face and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time.
Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA.
teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Well, there's Lockett pulling in a tough grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Come on. Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Garoppolo now. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On second and very short, Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Garoppolo on first down. Returning right back to Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Steps away, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Nighthawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Nighthawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Garoppolo. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air, trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's taken on the 25. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out. Then they and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is this touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Nighthawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Garoppolo looks to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Nighthawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Seahawks are able to claw one back. Extra point put through by Succop. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. John Mechie, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's got to be wondering what happened. In that first half, 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Nighthawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree? Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2.